So I wanted to show you really quick how to build the turnbuckles for the car. The turnbuckles are holding all of the suspension basically in place. And one thing that you'll notice about the buggy is the turnbuckles are very free. So some cars, the ball studs and the plastic cups will be very tight together, and they take a little bit of crafting to get them to be smooth. But right out of the box, this is a strength of the B series cars, where they're very smooth, and you can tell that by just moving them. The other thing is the turnbuckles all have a notch that shows you which is the reverse thread side. So the notch on all of these should be pointing in the same direction on the car, so I like to make it point to the left, and that way you know you turn every turnbuckle the same direction to tighten it or loosen it. So one thing you want to do with the turnbuckle is these are the plastic cups, and they just come on a tree when you get the car, and then this is the turnbuckle itself. And I like to take a little bit, this says this right in the manual actually, just take a little bit of black grease and put it in the end of the cup so that it's a lot easier to adjust this later on the track, or when it's made, when you've need to make small adjustments. So just put a little bit in there, you don't have to put a ton, and then that will make building your ball cup a lot easier, as well as tuning it later on. So the other thing I like to do is just use a paper towel and hold the plastic cup as tight as I can. You may be tempted to put something through that hole and then just turn it. And if you do, it will work, but you're gonna get, that hole is gonna stretch out. So, and it's gonna look a little strange on your car. So if you can avoid that, if you want to make your car look a little better, I would avoid doing that. Now in the kit, I'm just gonna get this started. In the kit, they give you this wrench. This is a multi-purpose wrench for turning the turnbuckles as well as tightening the shocks. So in the next video, we'll show you how to use this on the shocks. Because I ended up making quite a few adjustments to turnbuckles, I went ahead and just bought this little wrench from MIP, and this allows me to adjust my turnbuckles with a wrench. So this is one of those ease of use type things, or just makes your life a little bit easier at the track. So what size or how tight do you make a turnbuckle? And it says right in the manual, it actually has a 1-to-1 scale for the steering turnbuckles, for the camber links, and I would just go as a starting point, go with that. And then later on you can adjust how you want them to be. If you want more camber or less camber, you're going to have to use a camber gauge. And the one thing that's the trickiest is the toe and the front of the car. They give you a good starting point with the number of millimeters, and they tell you in the manual it's the number of millimeters between the two ball cups. So I would start there with what's in the manual and then do some adjustments later on if you want. So just turn this one in. And once you have the black grease in there, you'll notice that these turn a lot freer. And I don't have to use a tool, I can just hang on to it with my paper towel here, and voila, they're both on. Now getting the turnbuckle on the car is also pretty straightforward. What I'm going to do is just press it on there, and again make sure that my side is right. So I've got my little line there, and it matches the little line. And you can just, they snap right on. So that one snapped on, and then on this ball cup, snap it down. So that's how to install the turnbuckles.